Okay, Josh, you're good to go.
Better luck next time, Charlie. Written by Joshua Kerns. We fade in. It's an interior bedroom, late afternoon. Charlie, Caucasian, blue eyes, 18 years old, intelligent, sarcastic, and good-natured. He's lying in bed staring at the ceiling. The house is empty. Neither of his parents are home. Charlie is filled with disappointment. High school is over, and he did not get into the college of his dreams. Worse yet, he never got around to telling Diana, 18 years old, African American, intelligent, attractive, sweet, and kind, how he truly felt for her. Multiple scenes begin to play in Charlie's mind of the times he came close to telling Diana, but never doing so. He scans his room, his attention moving from one picture to the other of his life. First his elementary school graduation picture, next his middle school soccer team photo, then his sophomore summer camp counselor photo, and finally his high school yearbook staff photo. All the photos containing him and Diana. A constant ringing finally brings Charlie out of his trance. He looks at his cell phone, and it's Gabriel, 18 years old, Latino, handsome, humorous, very athletic, and devoutly Catholic. Charlie. Hey, Gabe. Gabriel. ¿Qué pasó, Azul? Charlie. Really? Gabriel. I can't wait till you have kids. Charlie blushes, smiles, and laughs. Gabriel. If it wasn't for Uncle Jim, 40, 50-ish, Caucasian male, recovering alcoholic, former Marine, womanizer, and ex-convict. Both Gabriel and Charlie burst into laughter. Begin a flashback. It's an interior of a police station, early evening. Gabriel and Charlie are detained sitting outside a holding cell. Sitting across from them in handcuffs is old Charlene, 40, 50-ish, Caucasian female, skin weathered and beaten, expressionless from decades of mental torment and poor life choices, as well as working as a street prostitute. And she's wearing dentures. Old Charlene looks at the two friends. Old Charlene, hey cutie. Gabriel and Charlie look at each other. Old Charlene takes her dentures out. Old Charlene, I'll suck the blue of your eyes out the tip of your dick. Charlie and Gabriel look shocked and frightened by old Charlene's advances. Just then Uncle Jim burst in, smelling like liquor. Uncle Jim, hey, that's them, detective. Charlie, Uncle Jim! Uncle Jim, shut up. Detective, I thought you said they were your sons. Uncle Jim, they're my adopted sons. Their mothers were both meth whores and they dropped them on their heads when they threw them in the trash. End flashback. Fade back into the interior of the bedroom, and it's still late afternoon. Both friends are laughing uncontrollably now. Charlie picks up a Valentine card Deanna exchanged with him when they were younger. Charlie, Gabe, let's go to the gym. Gabriel, you know who's working today. Charlie just smiles and stares at the card. Fade in, the exterior of the gym parking lot, early evening. Gabriel and Charlie pull up in Gabriel's Honda Accord. Both exit the car. Gabriel, wait a minute, hermano. Gabriel pops his trunk, pulls out a rosary, bottle of holy water, bundle of sage, ceremonial dress feather, and a candle of the Virgin de Guadalupe. Charlie, what are you doing? Gabriel, I'm making sure nothing happens this time. Various members of the public watch as Gabriel lights the sage and smudges Charlie, using it with the ceremonial feather. Next, he blesses Charlie with holy water, lights the candle, and prays one decade of the rosary. Charlie, you know I'm Baptist, right? Gabriel, you're Catholic and native today, Azul. We fade in. Interior of the gym, front entrance, early evening. Gabriel enters the doors to the gym first, and Charlie follows. As Charlie enters, he sees Diana at the front desk. Their eyes lock on each other. His heart immediately starts to race. He imagines and has images of his past begin racing through his consciousness. We begin a flashback. It's the interior of a classroom, Morning time. Charlie, 5 years old at this time, and Diana, 5 years old. They first meet in elementary school. Charlie's already in the classroom when Diana and her mother enter. Diana's mother leaves, and Charlie approaches Diana. Diana looks at Charlie, and Charlie loses his balance and falls to the ground. Diana reaches down to help Charlie up. Diana. Hi, my name's Diana. In the flashback. We begin another flashback. Exterior, soccer field, late afternoon. Charlie, 11 years old at this time, and Diana, 11 years old, on opposing teams. Charlie is the goalie for his team. Charlie watches as Diana charges his goal. He could have blocked her shot, but as she got closer, his knees became weak. He lost his balance and fell to the ground. Diana scored the winning goal over him. Diana reaches down to help Charlie up. Diana. Better luck next time, Charlie. We end the flashback. Begin another flashback. It's interior school gymnasium, early evening. Charlie, 16 years old, standing at the table with the punch bowl, turns to look at Diana. She's beautiful in her evening gown. As Diana, 16 years old, approaches, Charlie spills the punch on himself, loses his balance, slips and falls, knocking the table over and the bowl of punch onto him. Diana reaches down and helps Charlie up. Diana, don't worry, my mom can get those stains out of the tux before you return. In the flashback. Begin another flashback. Interior school auditorium. Early evening. Diana, 18 years old, is already on stage. Charlie, 18 years old, walks up the steps to the podium to receive his diploma. He sees Diana as he's walking up, loses his balance, and falls to the ground. Diana reaches down to help Charlie up. Diana, there's my Charlie. What are you going to do when I'm not there to help you up? We end the flashback. We fade back into the interior of the gym in the front entrance. That last vision sent chills up and down Charlie's spine and into his heart. What is he going to do? Charlie snaps to and realizes he's lying on the ground. He looks up and sees Gabriel, Diana, and Isabella, 40-ish Latino heavy-set, angry from failed marriages and low-paying jobs, and disgusted with Charlie because he falls every time he's in the gym. And Lance, gym owner, 40, 50-ish, transgender African-American male, very professional, calm demeanor, always blames Charlie's falls on Isabella for a spill she didn't clean up. Charlie can't make out what is being said, only he sees Isabella yelling at Gabriel. Gabriel looking disgusted at Isabella, Lance trying to calm Isabella down, and Diana looking down at him with concern in her eyes. Diana and Gabriel help Charlie to his feet. As Gabriel helps walk Charlie to the locker room, Diana looks down where Charlie was on the ground. She sees the Valentine card Charlie was holding. She picks it up and smiles. Charlie, dazed, looks back and sees Lance talking to Isabella, and Isabella glaring with rage-filled eyes at Charlie. Lance, Isabella, I'm going to have you go through retraining at corporate next week. Isabella, pinche weather. We fade in. It's interior gym locking room, early evening. Charlie sits on the bench holding an ice pack on the back of his head. Gabriel stands nearby, looking disappointed. Gabriel's on the phone with his mother, and Charlie can hear her screaming through the phone. Gabriel ends the call with his mother. Gabriel, I'm sorry, hermano. Charlie looks at Gabriel. Gabriel, I should have had all the items blessed before I did those prayers and smudged you. This is all my fault. Charlie, Gabe, this happens all the time. It's not your fault. Charlie and Gabriel just look at each other with defeat in their eyes. Charlie, I'm destined to be with Fifi. We begin a flashback. It's interior living room, late afternoon. Uncle Jim, drunk as usual, was called to watch Charlie, 12 years old, and Gabriel, 12 years old, after they were arrested and brought home for assaulting and threatening their math teacher who was berating and bullying one of the girls in class. Uncle Jim, Christ almighty, I can't believe you two. Charlie, you told us to do it. Uncle Jim, the hell I did. Gabriel in tears, yes you did. We begin a flashback. Interior Uncle Jim's garage, late afternoon. The garage littered with empty alcohol bottles. After hearing Charlie and Gabriel tell him about their math teacher, Mr. Doolittle, middle-aged Caucasian male, balding, heavy-set, sloppy dresser, oozes toxic masculinity, bigot, prejudice, and a bully. Uncle Jim, with a cigarette hanging just barely out of his mouth, sunglasses low on his nose, just enough so he can look at the two over the top of the glasses, is checking the empty bottles to see if any have any liquor left inside. Uncle Jim, look, this is what you do. Gabriel and Charlie lean in attentively to hear Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim, you take this knife. Uncle Jim hands Charlie the knife. Uncle Jim, you grab him by his shirt. You pull him close to you. Then you put that knife right to his dick, and you tell that motherfucker, if you don't knock his shit off, you're going to make him hold your pocket, wear red Kool-Aid on his lips, and put that sweet mouth of his to work. End flashback. Fade in. Interior living room, late afternoon. Uncle Jim standing near the glass table, which is in front of the couch where Gabriel and Charlie are sitting. Uncle Jim pulls a bottle of Jack Daniels from his pocket and begins to unscrew the top. Uncle Jim, I didn't think you two would actually do it. Was he crying? Charlie, yes. Gabriel, he said he didn't want to hold anybody's pocket. Charlie, unable to hold back his tears. Charlie, he peed his pants. Uncle Jim, drinking from the bottle of Jack Daniels he pulled from his pocket, chokes and spits the alcohol out of his mouth and nostrils. Uncle Jim, you made that fucker piss himself? Gabriel, yes. Uncle Jim, were there any witnesses? Gabriel, we waited until after class. It was only me and Charlie. Uncle Jim, then nothing happened. All they have is a delusional t-shirt who pissed himself. In fact, what did happen was that sick bastard was touching you two. Charlie, but he didn't, Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim, he did. And he's been doing it all year long. Gabriel, but? Uncle Jim, but nothing. This is what happened. That sick bastard made you two stay after class like he's been doing. Uncle Jim takes a swig of the bottle of alcohol. Gabriel and Charlie look at each other in disbelief. Uncle Jim looks at Gabriel. Uncle Jim, that son of a bitch called you his sweet little jalapeno and made you sit on his lap. Uncle Jim turns and looks at Charlie. Uncle Jim, then he called you his Miss Vanilla Bean, told you to tie the front of your shirt up into a knot, take off your pants, pull your tighty whities up between your ass cheeks, and dance for him. Charlie, Uncle Jim, Uncle nothing. That's what happened. Gabriel and Charlie both stare at Uncle Jim in amazement of what they just heard. Uncle Jim, swaying back and forth now, takes another swig out of the bottle. Uncle Jim, if you two don't get your story straight, this may be the last time we're around each other for a while. So I'm going to give you two the talk now. Charlie and Gabriel look at each other as Uncle Jim takes another swig from the Jack Daniels bottle. Uncle Jim, when your balls finally drop, you'll thank me for this. Charlie, Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim places two fingers against Charlie's lips. Shh. Listen up now, youngins. Charlie and Gabriel both lean in to listen to Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim sets the bottle of Jack Daniels onto the table. He pulls a latex glove from one pocket and a small jar of Vaseline from the other pocket. Uncle Jim, there'll come a time in your life when you'll experience a drought and your chorizo won't be getting wet. Uncle Jim, swaying heavily, reaches down to the table, picks up the bottle, and takes another swig, then sets the bottle back down. Charlie, Uncle Jim, are you okay? Uncle Jim, your old Uncle Jim learned this trick the first bit I did in the bullpen. It saved me then, and it'll save you two now. The good Lord knows we don't need you two can't get rights out there shooting wildly with loaded guns. Uncle Jim blows up the glove, ties it together, then manipulates it and greases it up with the Vaseline. Gabriel, you should sit down, Uncle Jim. Uncle Jim, with excitement and intoxication, holds up the greased glove. Uncle Jim, voila, les filles magnifiques. Just as both Gabriel's parents, both who are Latino, and Charlie's parents, both who are Caucasian, enter the home in the living room as Uncle Jim passes out, falling to the ground, hitting and shattering the glass table along the way. Gabriel's father, Chinga tu madre, what the hell is going on in here? Charlie's father notices the bottle of Jack Daniels among the shattered glass. Charlie's father, Christ almighty, your brother's drunk again. Charlie's mother rushes to Uncle Jim's side. Charlie's mother, Jim, are you okay? Uncle Jim, that son of a bitch touched him. Gabriel's mother, Mijo, are you okay? Gabriel, see, Uncle Jim told us if our chorizo's ever dry, we just need a fifi. And Mr. Doolittle made me sit on his lap. Charlie, and he made me pull my tighty whities up between my ass cheeks. Uncle Jim, that's right, that sick bastard. All the parents begin arguing with each other. End of flashback. We fade in. It's the interior of the gym locker room again, early evening. Both Charlie and Gabriel are laughing when Diana enters the locker room. Gabriel, stay seated, Azul. We don't need you falling again. Gabriel exits the locker room, leaving Diana and Charlie alone. Diana, why do you call you Azul? Charlie smiles. Charlie, I'll tell you sometime, but not today. Diana smiles. Diana, okay. Charlie, Diana, I've wanted to tell you this, but Diana, I already know Charlie. Charlie looks at Diana. Diana hands him the Valentine he dropped. Charlie smiles. He looks at Diana. Diana pulls something from her back pocket, and she hands it to him. Charlie looks at it, then at her, and back at it again, tears filling up in his eyes. He looks up at Diana, who has tears in her eyes. Charlie, I gave this to you when we were kids, Diana, and I've been carrying it ever since, Charlie.